Morning, motivators. You see this in behind me? For the first time in 2 years, it is race day, the couples championship of 2022. It just happened. We got a race recap video for the first time in ages, and it feels good. It's been over 2 years since NTK and I have covered a race. To be honest, I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. Would I be as excited as I used to get to cover a race, or would I be over it? But the athletes were pumped up, vying for that $100,000 first place check.
Well, at 5 a.m. I wasn't excited to get up and come down and do anything. But it's great to come out and do a triathlon together. We've been in this sport for over 20 years now, and this is a complete new experience for us. So it's pretty cool to be able to race as a team.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's really, really cool. We're usually doing this at a race anywhere where we're like getting ready in transition, and then we say bye and we see each other in 4 hours. But
it's a little more nerve-wracking though, having the pressure of
knowing that my race directly impacts her race rather than just our happiness.
We'll still love each other if we mess it up.
Super excited. We've kind of raced each other, but we've never raced together. So I think this is good marriage bonding.
Yeah, I think we're still going to compete against each other though.
Oh, really?
If we both have fast times, then hopefully we'll have a good average time.
Oh, I like the tactics.
It's pretty cool. We never ever get to race together as a team because we're obviously from different countries. So Aaron's normally racing for Australia and I'm normally racing for the UK. So yeah, it's pretty unique for us to be able to do it together.
The only time we've been in the same race is when you're racing in a relay for Great Britain and I'm for Australia, so it's pretty cool that this time we're actually doing it together.
It's like we're doing a team relay, I think it's going to be pretty awesome. It's going to be quite exciting. We're going to have to see, who goes in what order, but we're keeping that a surprise still.
Yeah. Even though you haven't raced much, I think I'm the one who's definitely more nervous.
Yeah, no, I'm not nervous. I'm chill.
Someone got to have the nerves.
As I saw the athletes setting up in transition, doing their warm-ups and getting on their wetsuits, all that excitement of seeing athletes challenge themselves bubbled back up again. One of the bonuses of being around the sport for so long is that you get given fun jobs, like being a race starter. Unfortunately, someone from that triathlon life didn't get the memo to actually start. As expected, the ITU athletes were the first ones out of the water with Aaron Royal and Canadian Matt Sharpe. Eric Lagerstrom had the swim of the day, getting to the front pack after his casual approach to the swim start.
You're right with those guys.
The rest of the race was fast and hot. Every athlete took it to a red line effort and held it for as long as they could. To make the handoff to the second leg of the relay, the first athletes had to run down the beach back to the start. By the end of the second swim, Non Stanford teamed up with Aaron Royal, and Kirsten Kasper, Matt Sharpe, were at the front of the field with Paula Findlay, sweet Eric Lagerstrom, and Marjolaine Pierre, Clement Mignon, less than a minute behind. That's how it stayed throughout the bike and the run, with just a little bit of jockeying back and forth in position. In the end, Non Stanford crossed the finish line in first, collecting $100,000, followed by Kirsten Kasper and Marjolaine Pierre in third.
I'll tell you what, it was absolutely horrible watching non-race. Didn't enjoy spectating at all, I must admit, because it was just too nerve-wracking. But she did amazing.
I knew Aaron was in really good shape, but I didn't expect him to have that much of a lead. So I was kind of hoping I'd jump in close to Kirsten and get in her feet. But so I was a bit daunted when I knew I had such a big gap, and I knew Kirsten would close quickly. So I just focused on getting into a good rhythm, and on the bike, I just didn't know how I would match up to anybody else, or everybody else's fitness. So I was quite pleased with the way I rode, and Kirsten ran super well. But I knew I just needed to get off as close to her as possible, and I generally have quite a strong run. So although I'm not in the best shape at the minute, it was still there, and it was a massive relief to cross the line after Aaron had passed over to me in fifth.
I knew he'd hand me off in a good position, and I knew I'd just go out there and give my all. So to be honest, it was a little bit more relaxing than in just racing individual. I knew he would put a good effort out there, and I was going to be in good hands.
Yeah, I don't know if I was as fully relaxed as she was. There's a unique pressure when you got to hand off to your significant other in the best position possible. So, no, I just did the best I could out there, and I was thinking about her, just trying to make her proud. And yeah, it was an incredible effort, and I'm just super proud of our effort here today.
I loved watching this fast and unique race format. Not having a clue who will win before the race started made this really exciting. And I'm so glad this was my first race back. I'll admit it got me fired up about racing again, but maybe just not as hard as all of these folks went. Thanks to Waterfall Bank and Ben for putting on this couples championship. Later, motivators.